The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in the world. I'm Clint Gatewood, and I'm the Vice President of Channels here at SaaSMAX. Happy to have everyone here today. We got a lot of people scheduled to come on, and we're going to give them about a couple minutes to get here, and hopefully we'll get started here in about 1 to 2 minutes. So please hang on. Got a lot of great information to cover today, and we'll be moving right along. So just hold on, and we'll get started shortly. All right, so hey, this is Clint Gatewood back here at SaaSMAX. We're getting ready to start here. We got a great presentation, so welcome to our Under the Hood webinar featuring SpinBackup. Yeah, we got a couple of agenda items here today. Is of course about SpinBackup and the problems and solutions which are being seen in the marketplace. You know why clients are really buying the application SpinBackup. Some highlights and a live demo. So actually walk you through the product, give you a good look at what it's doing and why those particular pieces are important. What the sales model looks like, and most importantly, since we're all here doing business and wanting to make some money, you know how do we all make commissions and incentives moving along down the road here as we continue to adopt applications and get into cybersecurity. And then finally, how do you get started with SpinBackup and how do you get started with SaaSMAX if you're not already a SaaSMAX reseller here today? So hang on, we're going to get started with Armin. So I've met Armin a while ago and really happy that they're part of the SaaSMAX community. And he's the strategic partner manager of SpinBackup. And he has graciously offered a great opportunity for SaaSMAX resellers where because you're a SaaSMAX reseller, you have instant approval to be a SpinBackup reseller. So now I get the great pleasure of introducing Armin, and I have to admit he's a bit more handsome than me, not much, but Armin, go ahead, take it away.
Hey, thanks a lot, Clint. How's it going, everybody? Like Clint said, my name is Armin Agaronian, and I'm a partner manager here at SpinBackup. And we got a good thing planned for you guys. We'll make a presentation of SpinBackup, and we'll do a little Q&A section in the end. So,
and I'll remind everyone, Armand, sorry to break in, but I'll remind everybody that we will be taking questions at the end. We've got a lot of people on here today, and I did forget to mention that earlier. We do have a lot of people, but please type your questions in. You can type your questions in anytime you want using the GoToMeeting application. So just click down on Ask Questions. Ask your questions, and we'll get to them as many of them as we can towards the end. So again, Armand, sorry to break your flow there, but we're ready to get started now.
Perfect. All right, so let's talk about the problem that many of us face today, right? So we're talking about data loss and data leak in the cloud, right? That said, there's definitely a ton of companies out there. So you're looking at the recent Equifax data breach, for example, or WannaCry that happened a couple of months ago, and data loss disasters have been becoming more and more of a problem. And that's exactly what we address here at SpinBackup when we're talking about insider threats, ransomware, things that can really kill your business. So what we do is we protect our customers and your clients against that. And about 50% of companies face with these disasters every month, all right? Let's talk about some key features that SpinBackup has that will take care of these, right? So we got some things on the data leak protection side of things. And just a brief overview, we have ransomware protection. We have a third-party apps audit. They'll tell you about all the apps connected to your account. We have a domain audit. We have a sensitive data audit and security alerts to kind of tie it all in. Then on the data loss side of things, we're going to have automated daily backup to AWS or GCP. Then we have 100% accurate recovery where you can actually go back in time and select the date that you want to restore from. We have data migration, downloads, trash bin tracking. We'll definitely get into all of these during the demo. Can somebody confirm?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can see the screen.
Yes. I'm sorry, I lost my connection real quick. I had to log back in. Go ahead.
All good. They're all good. All right, so this is what the platform looks like. Like I did say before, we're both a data loss protection provider and a data leak. So for the data loss side of things, we have the G Suite Backup, which is basically very simple. What's going to happen is once a day, we're going to back up all your data, all right? And that includes Gmail, Drive, Team Drives, Calendar, Contacts, and Sites. And we're going to keep it very safe in the Amazon Web Services, all right? And on the right side of things, we have G Suite Cybersecurity, which kind of works the same way. Once a day, we're going to have a security scan that is going to tell you about a bunch of things. So that said, let's go ahead and we'll jump right into the backup. Again, like I said, once a day, there's going to be that backup. And then when you do want to do a restore, you would simply go to users. You would select any user you want. So let's select the admin, for example. And that will pull up the restore interface that looks like this. So then if you want to do a restore, you would simply select the files that you want. You can also search for files at the top and then click on the restore button here. After that, you would select the user you want to restore to. You can actually migrate the data over to a different one. Then click on Start Restore, and that's pretty much it. Tying this in, we also have versioning. So let's talk about, in the case of ransomware, or in case you simply want to go back a month or two and kind of run the restore process from then, you can do that as well. So say I want to go back to August 1st, click OK, and as you'll see here to the right, all those dates will change and you can restore that file instead. So like I said, the versioning comes in very, very useful in case of ransomware, right? Where the latest version is no longer good, for example. Some other great features that we have here is on-demand backup in case you just onboarded somebody and you want to back them up right away. You don't want to wait 24 hours. We have the download feature where you can actually select files and download them to your local device. So you kind of have a hard drive copy as well. We have a blacklist feature where you basically add filters for things that you don't want to restore back into your account, and etc. You can also quickly navigate through everything here. So say you want to go to Google Drive or Calendar, Contacts. It's very simple, right? And the last awesome thing we have here as well is you can actually view Gmails directly from here. So if you're the admin, you can definitely do that. That's pretty much it on the backup side of things. We have brief activity section here that tells you about backup and restore activity. We have settings where we have a retention policy and etc. set up. But yeah, we'll make this very convenient where first of all, it's very automated. And second of all, either you, the partners can manage all of this or have your clients do that, okay? So that's the backup solution in a nutshell. The G Suite cybersecurity solution, like I said, it pretty much works the same way where there's a security scan every 24 hours. And what that does is it tells you about three things. So first, the app side, right? So what is this? This is going to tell you about all the third-party apps connected to your G Suite account, all right? So you got anything from SuperQuiz, Spellrite. So if you go here, you'll actually be able to see all the ones that we think may be risky, right? So all the ones that SpinBackup says you should take a look at as an admin, right? So taking a look at MoldCloud, for example, we gave it a score 10 out of 100, which doesn't really say that it's a bad app, but it does tell you to have another look at it. And you may ask why. Well, we tell you why, right? So possible risks of using this app is a possible risk of data leak, which means that your users can actually take advantage of this app and use it as a migration tool, right? Wide scope of permissions is another good one. This one tells you that the permissions that this app is asking for are much more than what it needs, right? So if this is just a data migration app, right? Why is it asking to say manage your data? So that's the other thing here, and then we'll also tell you what Google says about the app, and we'll shift control back to you as the admin. So you can either remove access from your organization entirely, or you can mark it as trusted, turning it into a green check mark, right? And if you do choose to remove access, you can actually blacklist the app as well, which means that nobody will be able to install it anymore, right? So you would do that for pretty much all the apps on here and make sure that all the ones you have here are basically all green check marks. The next thing we have is the data audit, and this is going to tell you about all items shared with third-party users. So if you have, Google Drive, things like presentations, spreadsheets, etc., it'll tell you who the owner is, it'll tell you who it's being shared with, and you can cancel the sharing with one click. We also have credit card numbers detection, where it tells you about sensitive information in case your employees have that. And most importantly, we have automated ransomware protection, which is something revolutionary. We're the only ones who do it like this. And this is gonna literally protect you against ransomware, okay? This is really big for your clients, because if they get hit by ransomware, SpinBackup will automatically detect the user that kind of opens something bad or does something bad, and we're going to automatically block the ransomware. So we're going to stop access to that user and block the ransomware from coming in. So for example, instead of having all your files infected and going back and restoring them, you can simply kind of stop the attack at, say, 39 files, right? And then SpinBackup will automatically choose all these files and restore the version back into your account, all right? So you won't even know that you were hit by ransomware, basically. I mean, we'll send you a notification, but the whole point of it is to stop it automatically without even worrying you, right? So that's the automated ransomware protection. Finally, we have the domain audit, which will tell you, it'll basically give you visibility of what all your users are doing, right? So you got John Lewis, for example, logging in, logging out. You can kind of filter these by activity. So if I want to see if somebody's installing apps, I can see that. And each activity comes with its own risk level, right? So info just means we're just informing you, but you can also have things like low, medium, high, for example, where we'll tell you you should have a look at this. So let's talk about some of the activities here. So if somebody's transferring files, if you click on the risk level, you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. So 7 files are being transferred. It's going to tell you the list of the files. And this comes in very, very useful because of insider threats, right? So if you got employees in your company that are doing something that they're not supposed to, you can easily see that here, right? That's definitely accessible to you right here. So either you or the domain admin would kind of have access to this, and they can have a look. If somebody's, for example, deleting something, you can see that. If somebody then erases the trash bin, you can even see that. So pretty much everything here you'll be able to see. All right. Another great one is if somebody's trying to break into your account, say from a different country or something like that, you can obviously see that as well, and then change your password or whatnot. So like I said, you can filter these like this. You can filter them by risk level. You can also filter them by user as well. So if I want to see everything related to Victor Smith, for example, you can do that. All right. And to tie all of this together, we have security alerts, which tells you, just select say high risk levels, give us your email and Slack, and we'll simply notify you whenever there's that type of risk level. So that's pretty much the super technical side of how things work. But to be honest, resellers don't, for resellers, it's mostly about getting this set up and getting this working for their clients. So, the super technical part, it's good to explain, but the better side of it is everything is pretty much automated, right? You got the backups automated, turn on ransomware protection, turn on alerts, and you're good. And you'll pretty much know that you're both protected on the data loss side of things and on the data leak side of things. All right. So I'm gonna give control back to you for a second. Hope you guys enjoyed that little platform demo.
Great, thank you very much. So very, very good. And we'll move on to you want to talk about market adoption and where you're seeing the market moving with in this area.
Perfect. So let's kind of raise on that topic for a bit. So The first thing we've seen is really tremendous growth, right? I mean, we got the B2B platform started about a year ago, and just steady from then on. It was like 15%, 20%. This last month, we even had a 50% growth, which is great. And we think that the reason for this is like the recent events, right? Equifax, things are happening. People are more concerned with their data. So they really need to get this, okay? They really need to get it backed up. And this is one of the first things you should have for your business, because if you lose that data, you know, you risk losing the business. So on the market adoption side of things, we currently have over 150,000 users. We have over 1,000 organizations working with us, a couple of famous ones. On the education side of things, for example, Tokyo University. We have some medical organizations like Ernick, or we're currently also working with, trying to get a deal done with Viber, with Dollar Shave Club, Gillette. So we're working on all of those at the moment. And our whole kind of strategy and idea is based on partners. So we have 100 SpinBackup resellers, even more now. And we work very, very closely with our resellers. So each reseller will have their own partner manager set up. It'll be me for some of you. If you guys like me, I don't know. But we're gonna really work closely together. And, you know, Clint will be the first to tell you that even people like SaaSMAX, I mean, we're working very close with our partners to kind of get it done, right? Because we like to move fast. We want to get your clients onboarded. We want to help them out. We're not just going to be like, oh, you have the solution, go and, you know, sell it. We're going to tell you pain points. We're going to help you out. So whether you're just getting started or you're already an advanced reseller, can definitely get this done for you. And then some of the numbers.
A lot of our resellers really like it. I mean, we're getting some fast adoption here at SaaSMAX as well, and ease of use, ease of install, and can make some good money at it too. It's a lot of what's not being offered out there for G Suite today.
Mm-hmm. And we'll definitely get to that slide as well. Yeah, but yeah, just to finish things off on this page, you know, it's not only the growth, but it's the fact that we're getting really good numbers as well across the board. So we got over 50% of the people who try it end up buying it, which is really great numbers on this market, right? I mean, especially in the United States, pretty much anybody who tries it, we're getting them to, you know, sign up for multiple users and kind of get it backed up because they see the value in it. And then we have also a lower than 3% churn rate, which means that people, when they try it, they don't really want to leave, right?
Yeah, that's great. And then I take it the partners can offer those free trials?
Yeah, exactly. The partners can definitely offer the free trials, 15-day free trial, have their clients kind of test it out and see how it works for them. And then, trust me, they'll end up wanting to upgrade themselves. So. All right, let's talk about some competitive edge. You know, nobody really does what we do, so that's definitely something special, right? You got people that protect you against data loss. You got people that protect you against data leak, but nobody really does both, you know. And what clients want the most, and resellers as well, they don't want to work with, you know, 8 different people. They want one provider that they trust, and they want to have that provider do everything, right? And be like a dependent provider that you know you can trust. And that's what we are, right? So we're a unified dashboard for data loss and data leak protection, as you can see here. And some key advantages that we have is, you know, we have that automated ransomware protection, which pretty much nobody else does. We became the first to do Team Drive's backup, which if your clients need that, that's a great thing also. That third-party apps audit that I was talking about, you know, that's the technical side of things. It's really unique. You know, I don't want to bore you with all the details, but we have that going for us. And then probably the most important thing I would say from a partner manager side of things is the true 24/7 customer support. So if you need us by email, if you need us by live chat, if you need us by phone, we'll be there for you, right? For the partners and for the customers, because we put them first. Let's get on to the next slide. Let's talk about how much this would cost, right? So The plans are very simple. You know, we're gonna allow the users to pay annually or monthly if they'd like. And there's two plans, right? So we got backup and recovery, which is just the backup side of things, and then we have backup and cybersecurity, right? So if you want the full package, it's basically $5 a user a month if you pay annually, and it's $6 if you pay monthly. And then the same thing is for, I mean, if you go for just the backup plan, then it's $3 and $4. So it's pretty simple. You know, if you're just getting started, then you don't want to pay that much. You'll rather go monthly. You can do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it here. Let's get on to the reseller side of it.
Yep, just want to remind everyone here, we're getting close to the end of the presentation, so we got a couple questions coming in. Please continue to type in your questions. Don't forget to do that because we will take those up shortly.
Perfect. So let's talk about something that all of us love to do, right? Let's talk about making money here, because that's at the end, that's what it's about: serving the customer, making money doing it. So our reseller model is set up in this way. We have a bronze, silver, and gold level partnership. Everybody starts off at bronze unless you're like the greatest reseller ever or something. But you would come in at bronze and you would have a 20% commission for the backup and cybersecurity plan and a 20% for the backup and recovery plan, right? So you're going to start off at that plan, and then we're going to work together and try to get you up to 10K in annual recurring revenue. And once you do that, you move up to the silver plan, where it's 25% for both, right? And then later on at 100K, we go to the gold plan and you get 30%. And all of these are, again, very high for this industry. And the great thing here is that we work with you very closely to get you up, right? So we know exactly how to deal with bronze resellers. We know exactly how to deal with silver ones. And we have all the tools that you need, you know, white paper, presentation, slide decks, everything you need to pitch to your clients, we provide it for you. So the goal would be to start off at 20% and move up to 30. And as you can already tell, you know, if you sell, you sell to an organization with 100 users, right? Even at 20%, you're making a couple of $1,000s. And the most wonderful thing here is it's actually a subscription-based model, right? So you got people paying you every year. So they pay you within a year, they renew, and you're just seeing more and more money going to the pocket, right? All right. So let's end, I guess, with some new releases and improvements that we have going. So we're releasing the same thing, backup and cybersecurity, for Office 365. That's going to come out within the next month or two. We have custom policies happening for G Suite, where you know, your clients will be able to set up everything like so detailed. It's going to be basically custom things that they want for their organization. Like, I want this user to be able to log in. I want this user to be able to do this. You'll be able to set up everything. And then finally, because we love to innovate, we're going for blockchain, which is going to be really a huge thing right now, and we're in the process of doing that. And we're going to release cloud to blockchain backup with decentralized storage, which is going to be like the most innovative next level of security stuff that should be exciting for resellers as well. And to get started with us, you know, it's very simple. After, you know, we'll go over all the questions, we'll do everything, and you can easily go and sign up. You know, you can read the reseller agreement, follow this link, sign up, and then we will kind of look at it. Well, we'll approve all of you guys right away, since you're working with, you know, an amazing company like SaaSMAX. But we're going to approve you right away, and then you can go up, set up your reseller account. You'll have a meeting with your partner manager, and we'll kind of discuss everything. And then you'll get to log in and start onboarding clients as soon as you like. So, yep, that's pretty much it.
Okay, great. So real quick before we get to to the questions here. Oops, I went too far. So just real quick, just a little bit. If you're not a SaaSMAX reseller, or you are, just remember, we always work with companies like SpinBackup for special offers and incentives, and bringing you channel-friendly SaaS applications like SpinBackup. You have a dedicated partner success manager. If you are a solution provider of SaaSMAX today and signed up, reach out to us. We have a whole partner success team that's eager to work with you and help you figure out your SaaS strategies for tomorrow and the next year, the next couple months. So reach out to us so we can get you in front of companies like Armin and SpinBackup. We have all kinds of different search functions to efficiently find your apps and different reseller programs on our web store. Then it's just www.saasmax.com. Pretty simple to remember that particular piece. And we just again, we make sure that you're interested in a particular app before we start making introductions to you. So we like to set up that first meeting and attend that meeting with you, make sure things are going well. We do a lot of SaaS education as well. We'll have a new partner perspective coming up 1st of November with some exciting folks, your peers come on and they talk about how they're being successful in SaaS and how they go about in the market and what they're using to be successful. And everything, we have our white labeled SaaS web stores coming out too very shortly. So you'll be able to come to SaaSMAX, say, hey, I want to sell SpinBackup and I want to add these other 3 or 4 products on it, create your own packages and launch your own fully functional web store where your clients can order right from your web store. We're going to help do some marketing around that. So very, very exciting times here at SaaSMAX. So if you're not a reseller today, get registered. You can always reach out to me and my team. But you just basically go to our website in the upper right-hand corner, hit register, select a solution provider, reseller, and get signed up. So this is my email address. I'm Clint Gatewood. I'm the channel chief here at SaaSMAX. This is my email address if you want to get registered with us. If you're not a reseller today or you want to get introduced to your area success manager, also reach out to me so I can make those introductions. Now we're going to go to questions. Armand, great presentation. Really, really appreciate it. We have several questions here, and we're going to jump right into those. Let me get them opened up here. One of them was about O365, which you answered already on that particular piece, so that's fantastic. Get this popped out here. And is this so Rocky was asking, is this a cloud platform only, or is it suitable for desktop files as well?
This is a cloud platform only. That's the simplest way to answer it.
Yep, that's what I figured too. Now, how do you compare to a product like Mozy?
Don't think we compare at all with them. What did I even do?
Well, they have Mozy Pro. They do some backup disaster recovery pieces. I think maybe Linda, the product was bought. I'm not certain of that. I'm thinking that it was purchased a while back as well, maybe by eFolder, if that's correct. And I'm not sure, and I don't quite know what they do today. I used to be very familiar with them.
Mozy, if I recall correctly, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, I think they do like a hardware backup, right? So they're going to back up like your computer directly, but we're completely cloud-based, right? We're going to back up the cloud. So your G Suite, your Office 365, that's what we're working with. So our whole kind of mentality here is we're trying to move away from the hardware as much as possible, right? Because then it has a more risk of, losing the data there. But in the cloud, we'll keep it safe. So,
well, I think a big differentiator on your part too is, not just the backup, but the cybersecurity pieces that you also add into it. So you're adding an additional layer of protection there than just backup. So another question was, so I have G Suite, I have O365. They're thinking that Google, Microsoft have their own backup for the data. Where do you fit into that particular piece?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question, please? Then I hear it.
So it's written, it was written, I thought Google and Microsoft back up their data for G Suite and O365 if there's a disaster. So how do you fit into that particular piece? What's the difference?
Yeah, you're like cutting. I'm sorry, you're kind of cutting off, Clint. I'm not sure if it's on my end. Sorry, can you repeat that one more time? Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry. A little bit of internet trouble here today. I thought Google and Microsoft backed up their own data for G Suite and O365 if there's a disaster.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, so They do that, yes, but they do it only for themselves. So they back up the data, but they don't make it accessible to users. So I don't know if you've ever tried, but if you go to Google and say, can I have the backup of my files, they're not even going to respond to your email. So that's what we do. We're a third-party provider. We're going to take all that data and back it up for you, and that's what we are.
Okay, fantastic. Anything else that you wanted to impart to the audience? I mean, we're pretty much at our time, if not a little bit over. So just wanted to check, is there anything else you would like to present or talk about, Armin, before we leave the folks here today?
I think we got pretty much everything done. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the presentation. I really look forward to you guys joining us. If you have any other questions, or if I didn't answer the questions till the end, because like for example the G Suite question that you had, they do back up enterprises, but we're talking mostly here about SMBs, educational organizations, etc. But if you have any other questions, I really want you guys to email me so I can get them answered for you. But other than that, definitely check out our G Suite Marketplace reviews and check us out on there, kind of see what people say about us. But like I said, would love to work with you guys. Would love to have you guys on board.
Great, thanks, Armin. And for all of you here, if you would like to show the link again here. Okay, so what link do we want to show here? I think we'll go back up to. We'll also be in touch, Penny. So myself, I'll also be in touch right after this to make sure you have all this information. We will also have it recorded and share the slides with you. So we'll also be sending those to you, and we'll also be in touch with each and every one of you to see if you want to get started with Armin and get a meeting set up with him. So look forward to one of our partner success managers reaching out to you very shortly over the next day or so. And over the next day or so, I'll also have the recordings up and posted and out to everyone. So again, thank you all for joining us today. And Armin, thank you very much. We're so happy to have you aboard. And O365 is also coming, so that's a fantastic piece for everyone to add into their product as well as they continue to develop out their product and provide it. So thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.